we find ourselves in one of Marvel's weirder eras. Back when a gamma radiation explosion happened to transform several of Earth 616's greatest heroes into hulked-out versions of themselves. On top of that, this particular event managed to irradiate the cells of a military squad and turn them into powerful brutes. This is World War Hulks. Our story starts with glimpses from the past. Just 15 minutes ago, a gamma-powered Captain America, aka Bucky Barnes, had just jumped off an aircraft high above Washington, D.C. 5 minutes later, we see a much hairier, hulked-out Wolverine doing the same. On the other hand, a scene from decades ago ominously shows us a weapon rack and a hand reaching for a blowtorch inside a dimly lit room. In the present, both Bucky and Logan crash into the middle of Washington, D.C. as civilians scamper to get away from the oncoming chaos.
Crush you, crush!
The two hulked-out heroes waste no time to throw hands at each other, as the clawed Canuck lunges at the Star-Spangled Avenger to shove his face into concrete.
This reminds me of the old days, not only like in Chicago, but way back when I was feral.
Bucky and Logan's duel continues to heat up, as Cap manages to throw a good lick in after getting hurled toward a nearby vehicle. And in the middle of all this, Logan can't help but admit one thing.
It feels good. The rage is like the girlfriend I never should have left.
Bucky manages to grab hold of the gamma-irradiated Wolverine and throws him into a nearby building. But the clawed Canuck instantly recovers from the hit and attempts to lunge at Captain America yet again. Here we learn that Wolverine differs from the other superheroes who have currently undergone monstrous gamma-powered transformations.
The radiation is killing me though, destroying me much worse than Bucky America. We got bigger muscles, more power, but smaller minds. I'm trying to compensate, to heal the cellular damage. But my healing factor isn't adjusting, doesn't want to fight against it, just wants to fight him.
Cap hurls his proto-adamantium shield right at Wolverine's midsection. Still, this isn't enough to knock the wind out of this hulked-out Weapon X.
Nice one, Bucky. You always were good at hitting things. But thinking for yourself, that was torture. Ah!
We then flash back to Chicago, where we find Logan strapped to a bed inside a room with a beautiful woman. But make no mistake, this is not the kind of roleplay he was hoping for. That's because this same woman is already preparing the tools she's about to use to sharply interrogate the clawed Canuck, from blades to blowtorches to drops of acid. Winding back the clock just a tad further, we discover the circumstances leading up to this horrid moment. Somewhere in Chicago, Logan and his companion Squee stake out the same woman we just saw with Logan earlier.
On your toes, Logan. She's moving.
Squee, have to say, I'm starting to think your information on Abilene is full of...
My information is good. She's Monte Boscardin's mistress. Not a shred of doubt. She'll lead us to him.
Yeah, I've spent the last 2 weeks sneaking after her, pretending to read newspapers, and so far it ain't amounted to.
It hasn't been all bad, has it?
Indeed it hasn't. Logan has taken a few liberties during this stakeout mission. Namely, he was able to get close to Abilene in the sauciest way possible. We then find out that this Monte Boscardin, Logan and Squee's target, is a mafioso currently running for governor. The two men eventually spot Abilene walking into Francovilla's, a rather upscale restaurant in the neighborhood. Knowing that their current get-ups won't allow them entrance to the joint, Logan thinks on his feet, and they rush towards the haberdashery across the street. And after shaking down its couturier, Logan and Squee walk out of the store dressed to the nines and hoof it right back to Francovilla's. In the present, Wolverine and Cap continue their grueling bout, as they ragdoll each other in the middle of the street. Logan notes how he has the advantage over Bucky in this fight, all thanks to a combination of his X-Factor and the benefits of the gamma radiation in his body. More interestingly, Logan mentions that he has good reason to be mad at Mr. Barnes. Wolverine manages to trap Cap in a full mount, but this bout is far from over.
America smash!
He was a likable kid during the war, but we have a history since, one we've set aside. But with this gamma radiation, this rage, I remember how much I hate him for what happened in Chicago.
The hulked-out Bucky drives his shield into Logan's spine before smashing his face into Cap's trademark shield. But this only serves to boil Logan's blood further, as he swipes at Bucky's face along with the side of a gasoline tanker behind him. As Logan puts it, he would rather not end this quickly. He wants to savor every moment of this revenge on Bucky for what happened in Chicago. In the past, Logan and Squee fail to locate Abilene at the restaurant. Logan and Squee attempt to navigate around the block, but goons unexpectedly ambush them and then secretly abscond. When they come to, Logan and Squee find themselves inside the same dank room we saw earlier. Abilene's there as well, and she's not planning on having another tryst with the clawed mutant. There's a saying that the more intense someone's appeal, the more unpredictable they can be. And Abilene definitely lives up to that. She warns Squee to brace himself for what she's about to do while Logan tries to reason with her, hoping to defuse the situation.
You're looking for Monte, same as us, sister. If you want,
What I want is for you to be quiet. You're not honest. Not yet, but you will be. You'll learn to only say true things. And here's the lesson plan.
Abilene proceeds to do her awful work on Logan while Squee can only watch in horror. That is, until he notices someone else walk into Abilene's little classroom. In the present, Wolverine recalls his relationship with Bucky throughout more than the half-century he's known him, back from when he was a child soldier right up to their time as contemporaries in the superhero community.
James Bucky Barnes, one of the invaders. A kid who the world thought died when he ran into that little problem with Zemo's rocket bomb. A kid who now carries Captain America's name and shield. A kid whose scent I've known for almost 70 years. In foxholes and space stations and back in Chicago. It was on that woman, Abilene.
In the past, it's revealed that the person Squee just walked into the room is none other than Bucky. And, as Wolverine puts it,
But I thought my nose was fooling me back then. Still thought he was dead, because I didn't know anything about the Winter Soldier.
adding more to his fearsome reputation, the Winter Soldier just stands there in the room with them without so much as a peep. Meanwhile, Abilene continues her dreadful work.
Now, where were we? Oh yes, that's right. We're at the part where the two of you tell us who hired you to kill Monte Boscardin.
Abilene grabs another tool from the rack to go to work on Wolverine.
We're interested in this because Monte happens to be the man I love, and the Winter Soldier's boss.
Surprisingly enough, this statement rouses a response from Bucky.
Not my boss.
What?
Not my boss.
Okay, just current employer then. And the one who makes the call if you two live or die.
Abilene grows more terrifying by the second as she walks up to Logan holding a corkscrew in her hand.
Actually, to be honest, that call has already been made. The only question is, how fast do you die?
In the present, the hulked-out Captain America has just delivered Wolverine a cracking double hammer fist to the shoulders.
Die! You've tried that before, kid.
The gamma-powered Weapon X gets hold of Bucky's neck, allowing him to drive the man's face into a wall before dashing his head through the concrete streets of Washington, D.C.
Didn't work then. Ain't working now.
Wolverine continues his assault on the brutish Star-Spangled Avenger, all the while giving us his twist on Bruce Banner's classic catchphrase.
All you're doing is pissing me off. And the angrier I get, the angrier I act.
Wolverine's healing factor allows him a degree of clarity in the middle of this arduous bout, despite the gamma radiation's effect on his mind.
Can't do that again. Can't let the rage take me. Could have killed him. Shouldn't. Shouldn't kill. The gamma powers will heal him, keep him whole. But it was close.
Logan reminds himself to maintain composure, fearing the unimaginable. So instead of finishing the job and ending Bucky right here and now, he chooses to stall for time and allow his X-Factor to heal the gamma radiation's effect on his mind and body. Still, even a man who has the same resolve as Logan is not exempt from guilty pleasures.
But it's so good to be so mad, to sink into the rage, to feel his fear, taste it, smell it, revel in it. It makes me feel alive.
In the past, Logan has just passed out from everything Abilene and the Winter Soldier have put him through, prompting his deranged captor to give him a wake-up call.
Are you still alive? He's done an awful lot of damage to you. Your healing powers are amazing, but in this case, not much to your benefit, because it allows us a wider range of ways to ask. Who hired you to kill Monte Boscardin?
Still, Logan remains quiet.
No answer? Let's work on your fingers then, shall we? I think you'll appreciate the fuel I'm using. It burns quite hot.
Regardless of what you think of a craftswoman like Abilene, the lady enjoys her job. So much so that she fails to notice one important thing about Logan when she walks up to him with an already lit acetylene torch in hand. That this cat has claws. All it takes for Logan to poke a hole through the blowtorch is a single snick of his adamantium-coated organic stickers. This forces Abilene to let go of the torch, as fuel leaks out of it and onto the bed Logan's currently strapped to. The blowtorch explodes in a loud boom, searing the clawed Canuck's skin off his body. But Logan is used to this. He accounted for this. He knows that this was precisely the literal spark he needed to free himself from his restraints. And he knows what's about to happen next. In the present, we find out that Bucky still has some fight in him, as he grabs Logan and shoots for a takedown. All of a sudden, a good four-legged boy registers the hulked-out Captain America as a threat, prompting it to attack Bucky in spite of its human's orders to the contrary.
Caesar, no!
The dog bites Captain America by the bootstraps and thrashes around. It has no effect on the gamma-powered Avenger, but it distracts him enough to give Wolverine enough time to hurl Cap's own shield at him before he could smash him with a car. In the past, Logan and the Winter Soldier have themselves a good old-fashioned brawl. Logan gives his opponent his undivided attention even as Abilene jumps in to help Bucky.
No! Get him to stop!
Despite all she'd done, the pain I'd endured, I knew the real problem was the Winter Soldier. She was a sadist, but he was a killer.
Logan forces the Winter Soldier to go for a tactical retreat by jumping out of the window. Meanwhile, the clawed Canuck deduces the sole rational explanation for the super soldier's current presence in this city.
He was in Chicago for one reason only, because he was good enough to kill me, unless I was ready for him.
Logan is just about ready to pursue the Winter Soldier when he hears Squee calling for him. His partner asks him to free him from his restraints, terrified about what might happen if he were to be left alone with Abilene. In response, Logan hacks off Squee's chains before turning towards his most recent torturer.
Abilene, you're coming along with us. You know where he went. I smell him on you, and I smell Monte Boscardin too.
You can't...
You're coming with us or dying here. That's it. 2 choices.
I'm coming with you.
In the present, Wolverine and Captain America continue to wail on each other. But on a brighter note, we discover that the dog who bit Bucky earlier has safely gotten away from the ensuing chaos along with his humans.
I could have put her down, moved on to the Winter Soldier. To this guy, the man who watched me being tortured, the man who was waiting to kill me. Maybe Abilene saved his life by saving her own. It gave me a chance to catch my breath, gave me a chance to realize why James Buchanan Barnes was so silent, so distant.
As Logan recalls, you couldn't pay Bucky to shut his mouth back when he was an underage soldier fighting in World War II. But when he became the Winter Soldier, the man had become the exact opposite. Quiet, reserved, controlled. Wolverine and Captain America's duel shows no signs of slowing down, as they scramble across Washington streets until the clawed Canuck manages to drive his adamantium claws into his gamma-irradiated enemy. In response, Cap digs deep to reach for his shield and swat Wolverine away with it. A second later, and they find their duel bleeding over to the nearby hat shop. In the past, we see that Logan, Squee, and Abilene have made their way to Monte Boscardin's hideout. Logan drags the harlot with him right into Monte's office, and Abilene tries to warn her lover about it, albeit to no effect.
Monte, run!
That's good advice, Monte. You gonna take it?
Monte orders his thugs to deal with Logan the moment he sees him walk into the room. And, as you'd expect, The Wolverine makes short work of these gangsters.
Kill him!
Oh, good. At least someone here makes the fun decision. A bad one, but fun. You're no stranger to wrong decisions, are you, Monte? Hit a few bodies along the way to your nomination, didn't you?
Ugh! What? No.
That's not playing fair. Luckily, I don't play fair either. And the people who hired me to clean you up, well, they specifically told me it was okay to cheat. So it looks like you.
But just before Logan could finish grandstanding, he feels a bullet pass through his chest. He turns to see none other than his preferred target, the Winter Soldier standing behind him with a carbine in hand.
You.
As you'd expect, a scuffle between these two men ensues as soon as they spot each other. Logan notices how Bucky has changed since he last saw him in the war. According to him, he's now become faster, more willing to pull the trigger, better. But there's one thing that the Winter Soldier failed to realize back when he watched Abilene do her work on Logan. That the clawed Canuck doesn't just dish out pain, he could also take it. Meanwhile, Monte tries to weasel his way out of the situation in the middle of Logan and the Winter Soldier's heated fight. But Squee comes up clutch as he chases them and sprays the two deplorable lovers with a rain of bullets just as they were about to leave the building. As for Logan, he admits that he doesn't remember how exactly the Winter Soldier got away that day. Eventually, he forgot about this particular chapter in his life. In the present, their gamma-enhanced fight in the middle of Washington reaches its climax when Wolverine ultimately knocks out Captain America. Still, he wouldn't let his rage take over and make him finish Bucky. Instead, he restrains the downed Avenger.
Through it all, we weren't always what we wanted to be. Couldn't always do what we wanted to do. I can live with that. I can let go of the rage, forgive what he did, and get the man a drink.
That's all for now. We hope you liked watching this video and couldn't wait to read your thoughts about it in the comments section below. Please don't forget to help us create more content like this by giving us a like, share, subscribe, and turn on all our notifications to be the first to see what we're cooking up for you. And if you liked this, you're going to love the next one. We'll see you next time. Take care.